So go ahead, we'll get started. If you want, feel free to take off your shoes. Don't have to, but you get that little more groundedness in doing so.
Let me say,
Uh-huh.
my back's been hurting. If I drop out, I wasn't offended. I just.
Oh, yeah, okay, no problem, yeah. Oh, and also feel free to sit down, if you think that maybe it can recover for a little bit.
Okay.
Is it your lower back or mid back?
Okay.
Right, okay, yeah. Left sided. Well, take it easy if it's, yeah, definitely, if it gets to be painful, yeah, don't push it. All right, so we're gonna start with our breathing, placing the hands over the sides, standing nice and tall, feet grounded, the toes, you wanna have them kind of spread out, and on the ground fully. And then we're directing our breath to the sides and lower abdomen as we inhale. As you exhale, relax any tension in the body. The shoulders should be totally relaxed and they shouldn't move with your breath. All the movement from breathing should happen basically at the bottom of the ribs down. And if you find that your breath is kind of shallow, try to make your exhalation extra long. So exhale as long as you can. And then gently inhale. Again, inhaling down to that lower abdomen. And then exhale long again. And that should draw out the breath. I have noticed that if you don't exhale long enough, it's not very good, ideal. In fact, your exhalation should always be a couple seconds longer than your inhalation. And in some cases, as an exercise, you can do a 2-to-1 practice. So inhaling for 3 seconds, exhaling for 6, for example. And that's a good way to relax the body. All right, take a nice breath in. Exhale. Good. We'll start with just a quick little joint warm up. We're gonna bring the hands together and do our figure 8 with the wrists. And reverse directions. And let's keep the hands together and do the stir the pot motion. And reverse directions. All right, very good. Relax, roll the shoulders back a few times. All right, nice job. Bring the hands behind the head. We're going to open and close the elbows. And then very gently, we're going to kind of lean back. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, back, up. And one more time, exhale, leaning back. And inhale, returning to normal. And relax. Roll the shoulders back. Bring one hand to the side, gently lean over, look down. Inhale, back up. Switching sides. Exhale, looking down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down. And back to the middle. Roll the shoulders back. Very good. All right, place the hands over the hips. Let's do a big hip circle. and reverse directions. All right, let's get a split stance. So bring 1 foot forward and shift the weight forward, turn the hips, shift back, turn the other way. So as you shift forward, think of turning the belly button toward the front leg. As you shift back, turn the belly button toward the back leg. And just go at a comfortable pace for you. Be mindful of the knees, just keeping them above the foot. All right, switching legs. Split stance, shifting forward, turning the belly button toward the front leg, shifting backward, turning it toward the back leg. Still try to keep the back pretty straight. You're just turning the hips, just rotating those hips. All right, very good. Back to the middle. And then finally, let's get the ankles. You can hang on to your chair for this if you need to. Lift the heels and toes. All right, and then we're gonna try to do the alternating version. So lift your heel and toe and reverse. And it helps to kind of turn the hip slightly toward the foot that's lifting the toes. All right, very good. Relax. Okay, let's do a few just big motions. Lift the knees, do our high knees. Keeping the posture nice and tall. Come forward a little bit, do your speed skaters, bending the knees. Reaching forward. All right, and then let's do a little twist. All right, very good. And take a nice breath in. Slowly exhale. Again. And exhale. All right, we're going to jump right into the what I call the Fab Five, those strengthening exercises. So starting with our squat. So we want to get our stance about shoulder width apart, feet facing forward. All right, and you can use the arms just for balance. You can bring them out in front of you or just hold them in front. And we bring the hips back like you're sitting in a chair. And then come on up. Sitting in a chair and up. Whatever feels comfortable for you. We're gonna do 12 of these. So that's 3. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, and relax. Very good. Let's do our hip flexion. So shifting the weight to one side, make sure you're near the chair for balance. And for these exercises, while balance is important, I think it's actually more important, since we're working on strength, to keep ideal posture and ideal pace of the movement. So keeping the movement pretty slow. So let's go ahead and all hang on to the chair for this round. And we're going to lift the knee up as high as you can. If you can, even pause for a moment and then slowly lower down. 1. So shift up. 2. Nice and slow. Really focus on moving down slowly. Going up, you can go a little faster, but slowly down. 4. 5. 6. 7. And with your other hand, you could put it on your stomach. 8, just to make sure that you're breathing low, keeping that core engaged. And 1 more. All right. Now go to the other side of your chair. And again, hanging onto the chair is ideal because it'll help you keep your posture in good alignment and allow you to do this slowly. 1. Slowly down. 2. So you get a little more time on the leg, really focusing on that strength. 4. So hang on to your chair as you do this. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Exhale as you lift. 10. 2 more. 11. 12. Very good. All right, we'll switch sides again. This time doing our hip abduction. So going to the side. All right. Again, hang on to the chair just so you can really emphasize the strengthening effect of this. So staying tall, keep this foot, the foot that we're going to be lifting, keep those toes pointed forward. Think of leading with the side of your foot or even your heel. So don't let your toes lead, let your heel lead more so. Okay. So you can kind of even pigeon toe your foot and get ready. Out, pause for a second and bring it back. 1, 2, 3, and try to really slow it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're exhaling as you lift. 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Other side. The hand is over the stomach to help us breathe low, keep that core engaged. Shift your weight over and lift. Leading with the side. 1, keeping that foot kind of pigeon toed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Very good. Kind of shake out the hips, make sure everything feels okay. Got 1 more, which is your hip extension. Now make sure you have nothing behind you. So we're moving our legs straight back. Again, hang on to the chair so you can really maximize your form in doing this. All right, hand over the stomach, other hand on the chair, and we shift the weight over and lead with the heel, pushing that heel straight back. 1, try not to lean forward. 2, kind of pause each time. 3, exhale as you bring it back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. Make sure nothing behind you. And shift the weight over, reaching back, engaging the glute. 1, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Shake out the hips. All loose. Last but not least, we're doing the ankle heel raise. So again, hang on to the chair so you can do this with good, slow form. Because with strengthening exercises, we want to go slower. You don't want to rush through it. All right. So to really exhibit that control. So you come up on your tippy toes and control down. 1, 2. You can exhale as you come up. Slowly down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Shake it out. Keep everything nice and loose. Very good. All right. So we're going to go just through some of those basics. It's been a little while since our last balance class. So let's go ahead and do our single leg stand. So still keeping those eyes open, looking straight ahead. And start hanging onto the chair, but the goal will be to actually practice your balance. So try to give yourself time of not hanging onto the chair too. But start by hanging on and lifting the leg. Keep those eyes focused straight ahead. And then as tolerated, keep your hand, try to lift your hand off the chair. Only put it down as you need to, okay? We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Whatever you're able to do, keep those eyes straight ahead on a stationary target, ideally like the edge of a door or wall. Breathing low. Make sure this leg that you're standing on is not hyperextended. Keep a slight bend in the knee, just very slight. And also be mindful of the toes, that they stay spread out. Don't let them scrunch up. There's always a common habit that the toes want to scrunch to try to stabilize, but try to keep them open. That'll actually help you in the long run. All right, very good. That was a little more than 30 seconds. All right, shift the weight over to the other side. And again, start by standing, hanging onto the chair, lift your leg, keep those eyes straight ahead, and then as tolerated, let go of the chair. Even if it's only for a second or two at a time. Straight ahead. Keeping that foot that you're standing on, keeping those toes wide. Keeping that knee slightly bent. All right, relax. Very good. Shake out the hips. Keep it all loose. All right. And now we'll bring it down a step, although this is still a challenging position. We're going to go into the tandem standing position. So one foot in front of the other. Try to get them perfectly aligned. We're hanging onto the chair initially. Keep those eyes focused on a stationary target. And then as tolerated, try to let go of your chair, maintain this position. If this is easy, you can always make it more challenging, reaching from side to side, for instance. But only do that if you have perfect balance standing here, which I think for a majority of us, it's not the case. You know, it's better to practice it in a good way where you can just practice and develop those muscles and that sensitivity to keep your balance here. All right, very good. Switching legs. Standing on a tightrope. Now, doing this just standing in place is hard. It's more challenging than if you were to actually do the moving. You know, doing the tandem walk is actually a little easier because you have that forward momentum that gives you a little balance, at least in the forward and backward direction. But when you're standing like this, it's actually, you're of course very imbalanced on the sides, but you also have a little less balance going forward and backward. So just standing in place does require a little higher demand than walking. All right, very good, and relax. All right, next let's bring our feet together. And this time we're going to be closing the eyes. So make sure that the chair is close by, that it's within range in case you lose your balance. And then when I tell you, you can go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So ready and close. Close in the eyes. The eyes are closed. And I will tell you when we reach the 30-second mark. And relax, may open your eyes, very good. Next, get into a split stance. Now for the split stance, we want it to be a working split stance, meaning it's something that's a little challenging, but not so much so that you need to hang on to the chair the whole time. So probably for most of us, a full tandem stance would be a little bit too much. So do something a little wider than that. And then we're going to be closing our eyes for this as well. So all the more reason that we want to be in a stance that you can manage without hanging on. So go ahead and close your eyes. And relax, open your eyes. Switch legs. Go ahead and bring the other leg forward. Again, in a working stance. So something that's a little bit challenging, but not so much so that you need to hang on the whole time, okay? Ideally, something that you're gonna feel unbalanced, but you don't need to hang on. Get ready and close your eyes. Close. 30 seconds. All right, relax and open your eyes. Bring your feet back to normal position. All right, how we doing, okay? All right, so the next one we're gonna do is actually one we haven't done, I don't think ever, but it is an important balance task. We're going to be doing a turnaround. So the first one we're going to do is turn to your right side, like a 360 turn, and then we'll turn the other way. So we'll do that, we'll do it kind of alternating. So turn to your right and then turn to your left. And we'll do three sets of those. So, all right. So let's go ahead. If you turn to your right, then you're going to turn to your left. Once you have done that 360, do it again. Now, as you do this, try to minimize the number of steps. Oh, so Tom, for this one, you actually, this one you'll actually just be turning in a circle. So you don't want to be, you're not walking at all. You're just taking steps. So, you know, see how few steps you can take to make the 360 turn. So like 1, 2, 3, and I'm 4, right? And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, you may need to take more than that. You know, some of us may be a lot more. But the goal is to turn around efficiently, right? And stand near your chair so that you don't get too far away from the chair, so that, you know, make sure you're close by. So come on over here. Oh, you're here. So this is what you're doing, turning around and then turning around. All right, go ahead and relax so you're not too dizzy. How was that? A little challenging, but that's actually a really important thing, being able to effectively, you know, to turn, because it relies on many aspects of our balance, how we're placing our feet, our head, obviously, there's accelerations, our inner ear is being challenged, and our eyes aren't really, I mean, they're able to help to a degree, but because we're constantly, you know, looking in different areas, we can't really focus on any one area. So it's a really good way to challenge your balance. We'll let everything settle. We're going to do one more set of 3, turning to the right and then turning to the left. Get ready. And again, try to make this as few steps as possible. The goal is 4 steps or less. All right. Which may mean, you know, you kind of cross, you know, but do it however you want to try. You know, another way you could try, you know, if you are advanced and are used to spinning, you could even rotate, you know, on the feet, you know, if you crossed over. But only do what you feel comfortable with. The only goal is that you are making a 360 turn in a, you know, tight circle. You're not really moving in a big circle. You're just turning around, doing a little spin. I find for me, about 4 steps is how I would naturally do it. Okay, take a nice breath in, reestablish, and relax. And let's do some gentle stretches for the upper body. Bring your elbow and hand together, open out to the sides. Get a nice stretch in the shoulders. Good, bring your hands behind your head, open those elbows wide, tuck the head back. Bring one hand to the side of the head, gently tilt. Back to the middle, switch sides, gently tilt to the side. Back to the middle, very good. And bring your hands out in front of you. Open up to the sides, palms up. Bring your hands together and down. Nice little wrist stretch. Wide. Stand behind the chair and do our calf stretch. Bring one leg back. Pushing that back heel into the ground and switch. And then standing behind our chair, we're going to bring our legs as wide as you can and bring your hips back, kind of hinge forward. Supporting your back by hanging onto the chair. And then come on up. You can bring your feet in a little bit and shift the weight over to one side as tolerated. And back up to the middle and the other side. Back up, very good. And we will end it there with some gentle breaths. We inhale, slow exhale. Right.